Hello friends, welcome back to Sam's Everyday Cooking, and today happens to be Thanksgiving in America, and instead of a turkey I'm going to make a small roast chicken. It's a very delicious roast chicken. It's perfect for this winter months. Now since it's Thanksgiving and we have so much to be thankful for, we are all well, we're all alive. That's the most important thing right now. So we should make a nice, delicious meal as well. Let's begin, friends. Now here I have a 800 grams small. I always use very small chickens. They bake so well and they roast also very well. So it's 800 grams, okay, with the skin. Then we have some really delicious spices over here. So we have cinnamon, we have some black pepper, anise, and cloves. We also are going to add in fennel seeds and coriander seeds. This is not a very, what should I say, American thing to put, but it gives amazing flavors. Of course, roast chicken and rosemary go so well together. Then for these winter months, we must add ginger. We have 100 grams of butter, 1 lemon. I'm going to use the peel separately and the juice separately, and 2 tablespoons of honey, some olive oil, okay, about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, of course salt, very important. And then we have sweet potato over here. They look a bit ugly, but they taste amazing, and I'm going to parboil these. So let's begin, friends. I'm just going to peel this lemon. Just peel it, don't take the white part, just the yellow part of the lemon, because the yellow part has got the oil, which is what's very flavorful. The white part is bitter, so we're just taking the yellow part of the lemon. Into this butter, we are going to add some olive oil, about maybe 2 tablespoons of olive oil, just to make sure that the butter doesn't, burn. Okay, and now we add the lemon peels and the ginger. Okay, so let this fry for a little while, and I'm going to crank up the hob a little bit and make it nice and hot. So I'm going to take all these spices, the cinnamon, the black pepper, anise, and the cloves, and the fennel and the coriander, and just bash it a little bit. Just break the spices down a little bit. We're not making a powder, just breaking it down a bit. And cover your hands on the mortar and pestle, otherwise it's going to fly all over the place. As you can see, I've just broken the spices down, the cinnamon and the cloves and star anise and everything that's there. And now in about 2 minutes of the butter boiling, we are going to add the spices, the dry spices. As you can see, our lemon peels and butter are frying away, and we'll allow them to fry for another minute or two. Now friends, we are going to add in our rosemary, just about a teaspoon of rosemary in there. I tell you, the aromas of the lemon and the ginger, and of course now these dry spices that's going to go in is just brilliant. It's amazing. Okay, and this infused butter can be used for so many things that you like, so many different dishes, it's really delicious. So we're going to allow it to fry for a couple of minutes now. So friends, whilst our butter is boiling away, I'm just going to cut this sweet potato, remove the tips of it which are not nice, and put them to boil. Well, they don't look very pretty, but sweet potatoes are delicious. And I'm going to put them to boil in this, and I'm going to add a little bit of salt as well. And this will boil for 15 minutes, just parboil, because it's also going to bake in the oven. As you can see, our butter is bubbling away, and it's been about 2 minutes, and that's about it. I'm going to take it off the hob now and allow it to cool for at least 5 minutes before we add in our lemon juice and honey. Extract our lemon juice. This is such a simple, such an easy recipe, but its taste is amazing. It absolutely shouts winter, winter, winter. Friends, so we are going to strain our butter now. It's pretty cool, and we're going to strain it completely. And the reason we do this, so that none of these spices and all these peels come in our mouth when we are having the chicken. And then press it down a little bit. Okay, now into this we are going to add our lemon juice, which is approximately 50 ml, and about 2 tablespoons of honey, and we'll mix this whole thing up. Friends, so we are going to nicely whisk this up, and I'll also add a little bit of salt in this and a little bit of salt on the chicken as well. About a teaspoon of salt here, because this is also going to go over our sweet potatoes as well. Once they are parboiled, once we have cut them and we are going to put them to bake, we'll add a little bit on the sweet potatoes and some of it on the chicken. Okay, so this is done. Now let's get on to the chicken. I'm going to salt the chicken now, both sides, top and bottom. Nicely rub it in. Inside out, everywhere, even in the cavity. Okay, but I'm not going to bake the chicken in this dish. I'm going to bake the chicken on something else, and that I'll show it to you once the marinade is done. And we're going to marinate this chicken for an hour. You can marinate it overnight if you like. It's even better. So I'm just going to marinate it for an hour. It's good enough. Okay, now we're going to add in our infused butter and lemon and honey, and really rub it in, because I want the flavors all to be everywhere. Massage it in. Makes the chicken really nice and tender when you've massaged well into the chicken. More. And you think this is a lot of butter and oil, but you'll see when it's baked, it's amazing. The sauce is amazing. So it's nicely marinated, and I'm going to wash my hands, and I'm going to cover it up and put it in the fridge for over an hour. If you like it overnight, up to you. Friends, our chicken has been marinating for over an hour, and now I am going to put this chicken to bake. Now before I bake the chicken, I'm just going to lightly tie up its legs so that it stays in shape. Okay. Okay. And now we have this contraption here, which is it's a roasting rack, and I'm going to prop this chicken on this rack. And you know where these little nails are? As you can see, it has to pierce through the thighs so that it stays in shape. Okay, you see how pretty it looks? Nicely seated. Okay, and we're going to put a little bit of water here so that it also steams the chicken and cooks it very well from inside. So it's really moist when the chicken is cooked. really lovely and moist because of that. And I'm just going to pour all this inside and over it again. And we're going to pour this whole thing over. It's a bit messy, but absolutely worth it. And we leave the rest away because I'm going to put the sweet potatoes in this dish. Okay? I'm going to add a little bit of water over here so that whilst it's baking, it's also steaming. Okay? And I preset the oven at 180 degrees. It'll bake for exactly 1 hour. And we'll check the temperature of the chicken once it's 160 degrees centigrade. That means the chicken is done. Okay, this is the chicken. All right. Now here is our sweet potato. This is our sweet potato. It's already parboiled. And we are going to be putting some butter infusion over this as well, so it makes it really amazingly delicious. Although my sweet potatoes have been a slightly bit overcooked, I would have preferred a little bit more firm, but that's okay. All right, and now we cover it, and this will bake at the same time as the chicken. Okay, we are going to add a little, since we have butter, we are going to add some more of our butter infusion over this. And then, as you can see, our chicken is in the oven and the sweet potatoes as well. It's going to bake for 1 hour exact at 180 degrees centigrade. Friends, I'm going to baste this chicken and put it back in the oven. It's been about 30 minutes and we need to baste it again. And the chicken is beautifully baking. And I'm going to put it back in the oven for another 30 minutes. So friends, as you can see, the temperature of the chicken is 160 degrees. It's perfectly baked from inside. Okay, let's serve it now. Friends, I've taken the sauce of the chicken and I'm going to reduce it a little bit now. As you can see that this is the consistency, and we're going to reduce it and make it a little bit thicker than this. It'll take about 5 minutes. Okay friends, time to serve it up, and our sauce is thickened now. I'm going to pour it in the sauce pot. Friends, our baked chicken, Thanksgiving baked chicken is ready with sweet potatoes, and we have this residual sauce which is absolutely delicious, and do try it and enjoy it on this Thanksgiving day. We have lots to be thankful for, so have a fantastic holiday. Bye friends for now. Be safe, be well. See you next time on Sam's Everyday Cooking.